This one was
afterwards.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle.
Pierce Brosnan, that's his name.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married. Now you
Can't even rock that long.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole
you
nother
think so? First and foremost, thank you for listening to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boo. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Now, whether you're listening to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, you download that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, chris@mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Jess, how are we doing?
We're doing good.
All right, for this Thursday's Romcom for the weekend, we are going with...
This one is going to be After the Sunset. This film is a 2004 film.
Yep.
It's action comedy. I think it had a little bit of rom-com.
I think it had romance in it.
It could have definitely been listed that way. It did have some heavy hitters. It had Pierce Brosnan. Mm-hmm. If you guys are the younger generation, it's going to be like the guy who originally played 007
there
at
you
some
go.
point.
Yep, absolutely.
Older generation, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yep.
We also had Salma Hayek, of course, always a good choice.
Yep.
And Woody Harrelson, who definitely always brings the sarcasm and rudeness to everything.
Yeah. Let me read the overview. Having already stolen 2 from the set of 3 priceless Napoleon diamonds, expert jewel thief Max Burdett, Pierce Brosnan, decides to retire on a tropical island with his girlfriend and partner in crime, Salma Hayek. Fate intervenes, however, when Max discovers a third and final diamond is sitting on the dock of a cruise ship on this very island. It should be a simple job, but FBI agent Stan Lloyd, Woody Harrelson, shows up to make sure Max doesn't get any ideas. You know what? This is a movie, I feel like, had a little bit of everything for everybody. Action first, romance in the middle, a little bit of action rom-com at the end.
Yeah, this one I feel like it's definitely a good movie. I feel like you could watch this if you were a couple, even with mixed company around as well, okay. Or even if you had some younger kids around or something like that. Let's say you're married, whatever. Mm-hmm. I feel like it had a lot of action more so over everything else, and a lot of comedy in it. There were some scenes where there was a little bit of more romance, but it was nothing over the top. There was nothing where they I felt like they focused too much on the relationship or anything too romantic like that. It wasn't super deep. It was definitely something that kept your interest all the way through. There was no slow moments.
Absolutely. I felt like it started out as a 007 movie.
Yes.
And then it leaned into the rom-com.
Yes.
And then as the rom-com was kind of getting a little downplayed, it popped right back into the I'm trying to think of a jewel thief movie.
So for me, what I felt like it was very reminiscent to, and I hope most people like these movies, I feel like they did, was Ocean's 11.
Oh, yes.
It was very Ocean's 11.
Very much so, yeah.
I thought it was great. And to be honest with you, I had started watching this movie alone. As I had started watching it, my significant other was doing things back and forth around the area and got sucked into the movie. Yeah. And obviously we're close in age, but even my teenager who I had at some point started watching it as well and was like, this is good. Wait, so what's happening? And so what's this going on and that? So it's definitely a movie for everybody, 100%.
Now, I feel like this movie leans into, if we're looking at it, it is hey, let's do a movie night with a bunch of couples.
Yeah.
this is a movie that's like, hey, we're going to do monthly movie night, and you can bring your, the wife, the kids, and we're going to do bonfire in the backyard and put it on the projector. This is a great movie for that because it still has a love story, but it has comedy and romance as well as action in it for all parties involved, for the kids, for the husbands, for the wives.
I also felt like it wasn't too deep, so even the way that you are putting it out there, again, like if you're having a bonfire or if you're having wine night or just like a bunch of couples over, it's one of those things where even if you're the one who's doing the entertaining, you can still watch the movie and know what's going on while doing other things, and you're not going to get like lost in translation because you missed a key part or anything crazy like that.
Let me ask you this: who is your favorite character in this?
Woody Harrelson.
Really?
Yeah. He's just hilarious to me. Just like he's got like these off comments all the time. And I feel like that's really his personality in real life. So it just comes off so natural for him.
I felt like because they did the romance couple of
I was Pierce Salma Hayek.
And
was
Salma
that you?
Hayek. No, I felt like I think a lot of the husbands would relate to Pierce just in multiple scenes where they're retired on an island, and so they're trying to do couples things, and they're meeting other people, and it's just always that one thing after another, where it's like every guy is just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe.
Well, I want to say yes and no, because without us giving away too much of the movie, it definitely probably gives that feeling of like, oh, every guy's probably felt like this. But as you watch the movie, you learn that he put himself in this situation because the entire time he's not being 100% truthful.
I think, I think as husbands and boyfriends, I think that's happens from time to time, and that's why I feel like that resonates with them. And I feel like a lot of women will resonate with Salma Hayek because they're always, I feel like sometimes and nowadays we see our friends, their wives are dragging the husband out to do things, and she in this movie I feel like she's always trying to drag him out to do things.
Right. I mean, I get what you're saying, but she was definitely dragging him out. But why did it come off that way? Because he was preoccupied 100%. Doing stuff he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Clearly. Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys need a lesson, definitely watch this movie. I guess Salma Hayek will teach it to you and how to be a better husband or boyfriend.
I'm not saying that. Okay. Give me your peak of the movie, best part of the movie.
Honestly, I like the end.
Really?
Yeah, when it all wrapped up, because that's when it hit me with the Ocean's 11 theme, and I was like, I knew it. Like,
okay. You know what I like? I liked, I will say the peak for me was, I think, I love the beginning. It grabbed me in the beginning, it grabbed me all the way in to like, what's going on? How is this happening? Wait, what? Hold on. This is crazy. And it kept me there, and then the love story began because I was like, okay, like where's the love story at? And then the love story began, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
did you feel like you were like getting lost once the like love story? Did you feel like it was too much of a love story? Did you like not know where it was going?
100%. It kind of like being it at the first watch. It kind of like you're like, what's going on?
Right.
Like I'm getting irritated for him in some scenes. I'm like, stop doing this. I'm getting mad for Pierce, and I'm like, stop doing this to me. I get it. Like, no, do not do this. And then, then it gets the uptick where the last diamond shows up, and then it gets another uptick where Woody Harrelson shows up, and you're like, okay.
We're back on track.
Absolutely. We're back on track.
So do you think that as couples are watching this, that they might feel like it's kind of veering off track, or do you feel like it's going to hold the attention? Like, do you want these guys to like sit through this with their girls? It's going to pay off.
I think they're going to have to because they want to know what happens at the end. And the love story is in the beginning a little bit, a tiny bit. It's in the middle a whole lot, and it's in the end where it's like, damn, okay, like you know, you look at it, it's like, damn, okay, like, nah.
I actually felt also like they left this movie open for a part 2, and they didn't.
Yeah, 100%.
I had to recheck when this movie came out because I was like, okay, is there a part 2? Are we going to be watching this part 2? And I was a little disappointed that there isn't.
And it's totally doable now because I feel like
100%.
Hollywood is always looking for movies to rebuild, rewatch, and redo again. And I feel like this is totally doable for a part 2. 100%.
Because I think all those actors are still like in pretty good shape and everything like that. So we're not opposed to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We vote yes on that if you guys want to make a second one.
Rewatchability.
I would say that it was still like somewhere in the field of like a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As long as it keeps me like entertained, interest. And you know what's funny is some of these movies are also movies I like to have going in the background when I'm doing stuff. It's like a good one because I already know what's going to happen and whatever.
But it's just a good movie to always put on and laugh. And it's like you can always have people over and just have it running in the background.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I like that. All right. I'm with it. All right. Till we do this again.
Yes.
All right. Let's get out of here.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
thing. So?
I think